All right, philosophy 1500. I do apologize. I am a day late on the video. You see, yesterday came and went, and I forgot to do the videos. I deeply apologize. However, don't worry. They are here. It is here now. It is here for you. Short introductory video as usual. This week, this is week 8, marks the halfway point in our course. We are diving into a review over the different concepts that we've talked about. Also, a review over something is, where did it go to? It's back over here. I want to review with you not just the concepts, because you're going to be doing that in your work this week, in your discussions and in your assignment. I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to say. Some of you have been losing points because you have not been using APA 7 citations and references in your assignments nor in your discussions. These are required. When you use information that comes from a source, that means someone else wrote it. There's another author. You are, in essence, plagiarizing. You're taking credit for something somebody else did. In academia, that can lead to your expulsion. That could lead to suspension. That could mean you lose scholarships. If you're in sports, you could be in a status of not being able to play sports. So plagiarism is a big deal. We protect ourselves against any accusation of plagiarism by referencing and citing using APA 7. That's why I'm so insistent that you use it. Plus, this is a business school, which means you're learning how to be a business professional. In 5, 6, 7 years, when you are employed in your job and they ask you to write a detailed report on something and you turn to sources, you need to cite those sources, or your supervisors are going to look at this and they're going to say, this is great information. Where does it come from? Don't be guilty of plagiarizing now, and don't be guilty of plagiarizing as a business professional. APA 7 references. We use those for every single source that we use in our work. If we don't use that source in our work, we don't include the reference. Every reference must have the corresponding citations in the body of the text, not just once at the end of a paragraph, but in every single sentence that you use material from that source in. I want to see you using APA 7 references and citations on a regular, consistent basis. Some of you have been getting good with it. Some of you are still not even trying. And you're going to notice your grades are going to continue to go down. And that doesn't have to be. On discussions, you must reply to at least 2 classmates in every single discussion, or your grades are going to go down. That's just the simple truth. I don't like seeing my students' grades go down, but when they don't cite and reference, and when they don't respond to their peers, and when they don't turn in their work, there's no choice. Their grades must go down. So I'm trying to help you. I've been giving feedback to help you. Some of you have applied that feedback, and I can see it. Some of you don't even read my comments, and I can see that too. So this is week 8, the midway point of this semester. Let's get it together, class. I believe in you, and I know that you can do this. So other than reviewing the information and going through respecting privacy, that's the other thing you're going to be doing. And here we're really going to be diving into Plato's noble lie, particularly as it relates to privacy. Now, what is Plato's noble lie? Basically, in a nutshell, Plato's noble lie comes from his book, The Republic. And it's when people who lead tell stories to the individuals under their rule, basically saying that certain people are entitled to lead. They were born to lead. Other people were born to be soldiers. Other people were born to work in production and manufacturing. that everybody has their place and that this is something that is predetermined. You're predestined to be a leader. You're predestined to be a soldier. Now, personally, I think some people may have a propensity towards certain things. We see people that are more apt at doing mathematics. We see people that are more apt in academics. And we see people with a propensity for that. But I'm living proof that you're not just one thing. I've been a soldier successfully. I've been a sailor successfully. I've been a business leader successfully. I've been a leader in civic groups successfully. I'm an academic successfully. So you can actually be successful in multiple things. It's not that we're tied to just this predetermined thing. I do have the areas that I have the greatest ease in doing, and those are the areas I'm best adapted to do, but I can learn to do anything just like you can. So why have this noble lie? Why tell people that some people are born to be leaders? During the feudal era, so we're talking everywhere up until even after the Renaissance, the leader was seen as being born to lead. They were chosen by God, they were born to lead. They were given certain privileges where the rest of the populace were not. Why do we do this? Does it help the populace to follow the leader when they feel that leader is destined to be a leader? Or does it give them a readiness to accept a hierarchical form of governance? A hierarchical form of governance is a bit foreign here in America because from the founding onward, we have not had kings. We've not had princes. There's no barons, no marquis. There's no dukes, nothing like that. We have people who, like Benjamin Franklin and George Washington, we have people we see as the founding fathers. We have people like Abraham Lincoln, who we see as magnificent leaders during their time period. But we don't have a ruling class. The noble lie comes from this myth from Greece that you had a certain metal in basically your soul. So people that have gold, they're philosophers, they're kings, and they should rule. If you have silver, then you should be a soldier, a warrior. If you have bronze and iron, then you're a laborer, you're making things, or you're an artist. Do we still have the need today to get people to buy into the noble lie so that they fulfill their part in society? Or have we gotten to the point where we're able to become who we want to become? You're in college. There was a time period where you wouldn't be in college. Most people wouldn't even open a book. They wouldn't even know how to read, let alone write. It was really kind of for the upper class to be able to go to college. But now you've got the opportunity to go to college, to attain the education. So we live in a time period where you can become a CEO. You can become a politician. You can become a soldier. You can become a sailor. You can become whatever you want to be if you're willing to have the grit and the determination to learn how to do it and to persevere through the training and the years to get there. You can become anything. So maybe we don't need the noble lie anymore. But do we still believe it? So that's really where you're going to be getting into this week. And it's a fun topic to be involved in, to be working through, and to see where you stand. If you believe in this predetermination of what your maximum potential is, or if you believe that your potential, like the Air Force slogan at least used to be, aim high. You know, the sky's the limit. Set your own destiny. Anyway, I hope that you have a great week. Again, I apologize that this is late, but better that you have it now than never. Have a good week, and I'll see you on the funny pages, as they say.